In the heart of loyalist East Belfast, they feel abandoned, cut adrift by a border in the Irish Sea. Having done their bit for the British in the past, they accuse Boris Johnson of betraying them.
And I got a phone call from people in the Shankill saying they had brought in a sniper to try and take me out.
Jim is a former loyalist prisoner. He says there's a seething anger in this community.
We've been fed to the wolves of Europe, basically to satisfy their needs over this border issue, and the British government have caved in as usual.
What do you mean when you say that you've been fed to the wolves? You believe Northern Ireland's been sacrificed?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We've been the sacrificial lamb to slaughter, basically because the British government could not come up with a system that would be acceptable. And there was plenty of systems out there that would have been acceptable.
50 miles south, it's a different story. On the farms along the border, they had welcomed the Brexit arrangement. Damien McGinnity campaigned for the Northern Ireland Protocol. He couldn't believe the EU was preparing to tear it up.
Yes, they made a mistake, and yes, this cannot happen again. But we have to protect the all-island economy, we have to protect our peace, and we have to develop the protocol. And if there are issues that need to be resolved, they can be looked at in the middle distance, but certainly not in a reactionary way.
A change in the colour of the road markings is the only thing to indicate where Northern Ireland and the Republic meet. And having spent 4 years opposing a hard border, the EU was threatening a restriction that would have required a hard border. Right here. Unionists said the EU had shown that they didn't really care about this land border or the peace process. But the British government played down their demands for Number 10 to invoke Article 16 in retaliation.
The decision yesterday to trigger Article 16 to, in effect, see the reimposition of a border on the island of Ireland, that was a mistake. That's been acknowledged. Now we can move on, and we can ensure that the issues which the people of Northern Ireland are legitimately concerned about can be addressed.
It's not surprising, given sensitivities on the ground, that the EU's mistake has caused a political storm. One former Northern Ireland secretary described it as an almost Trumpian act.
It was clear that the Commission was acting without the support of the member states. Many of those member states rode in to protect the Good Friday Agreement, to protect the protocol. And the key message is Northern Ireland is not a pawn. Northern Ireland is at the centre of a joint relationship, a joint duty of care between the EU and the UK.
In a place where the past is always present, they didn't need this crisis 29 days into the protocol. Here, every battle over every border has the potential to destabilise.